Hello and welcome to this Tesla video. I am going to be testing the Autopilot. I've got the full self-driving, package, the maximum package that you can get in the UK. And so I'm testing this. I'm going to be going to Sheffield and I'll put in Meadowhall as the location, which is a shopping mall. So we'll be testing the Autopilot. So might as well, just trigger it right now. Let's see how it goes. There's a van coming up. Have the handle in it. Nope, it did not handle it well, so I'm manually taking over right now. So I'm going to put in Autopilot again. Okay, let's see how it goes. So I'd like to get into that lane. Triggered it, going over. It did that really well. So let me, obviously this is the start of the video, this will be, full length video going there, then I'm going to have a separate video, coming back as well. So, because obviously I'm in the UK, one of the reasons I want to create these videos is because when I'm looking at Tesla videos, there's a lot of US based stuff, and the tech is working better there. One, because of regulations, two, I'd say because, the data available and, the roads are, generally slightly bigger, but there wasn't much for the UK, and that obviously was disappointing because I am in the UK and ultimately that's what I want to know about how it works. Yeah, so I thought, I'll create these set of videos doing the Autopilot, in the UK. Let's up it to 70. Not that we can go at 70 right now because the car in front of us is going a little too slow, but that's fine. So right now I can see from my side here I don't have a chance to go over. But when I do have a chance to go over, I will. Which should be the car's coming up a bit too fast. Another car coming as well. Let's see, I think the police or an ambulance coming. Yes, there's an ambulance, so I will be safe. I'll let that ambulance pass. Here we go. Okay, going over right now. Did that really well. Obviously on the motorway, it does it most of the time really well. On a lot of A roads, which is highways effectively, it does them really well as well. It's more the local smaller roads, but it either just doesn't do it or it struggles with, because on the way here when I was coming up, from my house, there's a road that splits from one into two, and there were no cars around, but it was literally, it didn't know what to do, and they just veered into the left one, which was fine, but it's just the indecisiveness, which is not good. Like I said, there was no cars around, so worst case I would have just manually done it myself, just done a harsh turn slightly, but if there are cars around, that can pose an issue. But so far we're all good. So we're 10 miles on this stretch of the motorway, and then we'll be getting off on junction, I think it's 34 for Meadowhall. So yeah, so far it's not having an issue at all. Obviously in the UK, as you will be aware, that it does constantly ask you, I think in the US it does as well, but in the UK it asks you to confirm that you're basically in control more by putting some pressure on the steering wheel. What you got to make sure is you don't put too much, because when I first got the car, a couple of times I did put it on, that car ahead swerving a little bit, I did put it on a bit too much and it deactivated Autopilot and I started going into the other lane. Luckily there was no car in that lane, but that's just something to bear in mind. Okay, so this van's coming over. It's slowed the vehicle down, it's dropped it by a few miles per hour, which is good. I feel like the windscreen wipers in my Tesla, not when it's on Autopilot, just in general, are the best in terms of activating. It either goes ham and just keeps going like crazy, or they just don't go. I feel like it could do it going a bit more. Okay, so this truck has slowed down. There's another truck, as you probably can see, that's in that lane. Is he going to try and get in here? No, it seems like it's calming enough in that lane, but that van ahead has switched over. Okay, we're all good, so he's bumping it up close to 70. Should hit 70 now. It's staying it's at 70 now, which is good stuff. Do really enjoy driving the Tesla. I mean, the electric part of it is nice. The torque, having it always charged that time where a Tesla won't charge out, except for so it went a bit to the right side, which was good because that truck was a bit to the right in his lane, so he did a good job there. So like I was saying, we got a wall charger for most journeys outside of long ones. It's always popped up, which is great. So it's actually saving us time overall, I would say. We're not having to go to a fuel station or worrying, can we get a bit more out of it, or can't we have to go because stop at home. But the autopilot aspect of it, because that was one of the big things I didn't like about driving was driving. But now I can relax a bit more. Obviously, it can't really be like reading a book or anything, but it's still a bit more relaxing. So I'm going to up the speed to 75 now, because realistically I'm probably on a 70-mile-an-hour limit road. I probably could go to 80 and still be safe, but I do at 75 and I should be fine, because one, there's not much traffic or hardly any cars on the motorway, relative speaking, to the morning and the evening, and two, why the hell not test the Autopilot at slightly higher speeds. Okay, again, another van, did it fine. I remember the first time I initially, it's going a bit left and right a bit, but overall it's alright. Yeah, the first time I did Autopilot outside of test driving the car, it did feel a bit strange, because I'm like, ooh, because usually when the van would be like that, and I could see from my driver's side mirror that there's no cars on the right, I would actually veer a bit into that other lane. Not the best thing to do, but that's what I would do, in a safe way. But because this car with the sensors is saying that car's in its lane, I'm in my own lane, we're fine. So it doesn't move hardly at all. So that initially, even now, sometimes I do feel a bit, is it alright? But I had no issues with the Autopilot in terms of hitting another car. There's a few times where I've taken over just to be safe, especially on a roundabout. There will be a roundabout coming up, so I'll try and test it on that roundabout if the option for Autopilot is available, and depending on how many cars to get. Want to be safe with it, but do want to show you the features as well. So okay, so all going all well. 5 miles to go. So it's for that brief period, it detected that the speed limit was 60 miles an hour. There were no signs from where I could see that were indicating that it was 60. 70, but it's gone back up to 70. That's one thing I've noticed with the Tesla is that the speed limits for a fair few areas are, let's just say, incorrect. Especially the roads that are 70 comes up like the A road near my house at 70. I know it's 70, and for a big chunk of it, it always comes up as 30. So it does let me override it, which is good, because on some other 30-mile-an-hour roads it doesn't. But I think because it's an A road, it's saying okay, that's fine. Feel free to override the speed and to do auto steer as well. So yeah, we will actually be changing lanes soon. So I'm gonna knock it down to 70 because we do need to get over in a second. I'll get over after this truck. It looks like we've got enough space to get over. Obviously, I'll be ready just in case that truck wants to try and do a dodgy. Okay, that did that really well. I'm going to get over one more time because I've got space to do it now, and Autopilot will be able to handle this. Although I'll have to manually take over. There's not much room. Okay, so far so good. Okay. I don't think we're actually getting off here. It's not. I guess I'm still going for a little bit longer. What junction is it? Junction 32. 32. Okay, yeah, we are definitely not getting off here. Might as well just switch over. That's fine. Yeah, we've still got 6 miles left. Switch, but right now the first I'll switch now. I'll switch lanes. Okay, so yeah, that was my bad. We've still got another few miles on the motorway. Yes, that truck is veering a bit. Let's see how he handles it. I don't want it to hit me, but let's see what happens. Yeah, that truck didn't veer anymore, so it's a non-issue. The trucks are the scariest because you can't win if push comes to shove with the truck. Even though this is because I'm in a Tesla Model Y, if you're wondering, even with a car this size, I'm still not going to win against a truck like that. And this DPD truck on the left. Most of the journey I've been hands-free, bar, like now where it's asking me to put some pressure on the steering wheel and obviously changing lane where I'm indicating and then put the pressure to confirm the lane change, and the odd time when I put my hand there just in case where I feel like I might need to. So some cars coming in, but as I'm like in the left lane, I'm actually not worried about it. If I was in the left lane, then I would definitely have my hand near the wheel or on the wheel itself, just in case I need to take over. Still got 3.3 miles on the motorway, so I'm not going to switch over lanes just yet. I'm going to relax a bit. Not days matter, I'll knock the speed down. There is a temporary speed limit. I think it's to 60, so I'm gonna knock it down to 60. Well, not they probably go much faster because the other cars have slowed down, to be fair, anyway. They wouldn't go faster than them. At least hope not, because they can crash into. Say this coming on the right, he's being a bit impatient. I think he's going to do the speed limit, temporary speed limit. So it says the 60 miles an hour speed limit is for air quality. Okay, so I am gonna switch lanes in momentarily, just because the way the traffic is, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna have a chance within the next 2 miles, seeming like the cars are spread out a bit more, but it's still not bad being here. I'll switch over to the final lane on the left to get out soon. Probably switch on the last mile. I'm going to switch now. Boom. I do that really well. And then we'll be getting off. So, getting off the motorway is always awkward. It's it says a mile, but the sign up here says half a mile, so it's like, you know, not far ahead. They rounded it up, maybe 0.7, but it would do 0.7 on here, I guess, because it's knocked it out to, you know, decimal points now. But yeah, either way, so yeah, we are here. We are actually, yeah, because last time we're already off the main motorway lanes, and this lane is going to get off the motorway. It's just towards the end, it can get a bit rickety because it doesn't really slow down. Then I've had to take over. But, you know, right now we're good. This is number 34 anyway. Okay, so let's see what lane it gets into. So it's got into this lane. I want to be in the left-hand lane. So I'm going to switch over. Okay, so Google's right and this was right. So this was when the lane starts to get off, but Google's when it actually gets off. So it's obviously going pretty fast. I'm just going to knock the speed down anyway to like about 30. We're going to the motorway. Middle lane is fine for what we need. See, that's right down because of the truck,
500 feet
which is good.
Take the second exit.
Just activated the gear stalk just so I can actually go. It's been a bit cautious. Let's see how it reacts to this. Okay, it's still going.
Now out to the roundabout.
Still going on the motorway.
Exit.
I mean, not on the motorway, on the roundabout. Okay. Yeah, see, it's just because the thing with the motorway, not the motorway, the roundabout is I do need to actually get off here. No, it was trying to go. It was getting confused, so I've just taken over now. So I've turned it back on. It did so well. Literally at the end, it just messed up, which was such a shame. If he had got off, because he had, it didn't have to cross lanes. It had, what's it called? The path to do it. There was no cars in, ahead of it. Okay, again, another roundabout. Let's see how he handles this. Knocking it down to 20. Okay, so it's trying. Nope, it does not like that at all.
first exit.
Okay, so let's activate it again because this is a autopilot video. I want to do it as much as possible.
Take the first exit.
Nope, there is.
In 500 feet, turn left. Then your destination.
No, there
will be
was
on the left.
a
In 500
guy, a BMW on the right.
take the
Mini
first
wants to
exit.
try and do it here. I mean, I don't know how he's going to even handle any of this. Nope, it got confused all in that. I doubt it's ever going to want to do in the parking lot. I mean, it's still got the cruise control on. Still wanting cruise control, so I'm going to park up here and then wrap
In
this video up.
500 feet, turn
Park up
left
there.
onto McDowell Way.
Okay. I'll do this one here. Okay, so stupid. That doesn't have the sensors. I mean, it's got sensors just because it's got Tesla vision. It doesn't support a lot of the features that it used to just put in park. And I'm going to end the trip as well. So that's it. So that's the autopilot test going from Chesterfield, which is, you know, in between Sheffield and Nottingham, near like Mansfield Way, and you're going from Chesterfield to Sheffield. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what I can improve, because this is the first video like this. Let me know what else you would like to see of this type. I'm going to do another separate video because I thought it'd be too long otherwise, me actually going back. So, you know, so they'll be going southbound instead of northbound, and, you know, testing it going back that other way. I'll be doing videos in the rain, I'll do videos at night time, I'll do videos on the country road, and, you know, just different routes. Like I'll go Nottingham, or I'll go London, you know, these sort of places. Let me know what else you would like to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.